is hard as hell. United, Tottenham, Arsenal. Watch my lips, and I will spell. Cause they don't just play, but they can rap as well. Liverpool FC.
My idea was to go Liverpool into...
It's slightly concerning that there's been no news on Sadio, boy. You know what I'm saying? Because you would have liked to have heard Sadio is fit and has trained with the group and will be available. You know what I'm saying? But, the radio.
You know what? I was worried before the West Ham game, and I'm going to continue to worry to keep the same energy, to keep the same performance. Yeah, so they just prove me wrong again. So I'm worried that Sadio's not there, but we'll see what happens, innit?
Do you think we could do without Sadio against City, though?
Not against City. I'm talking about Brighton tomorrow night, mate. No. But obviously, we'll do the City preview when we need to do it. But yeah. Anyway, man, what happened? We're just chatting and recording and stuff. Are you going to welcome people or what?
Yeah, man. What's happening, people, man? You know who it is, man. It's your boy Slim and, of course, Engineer Sam.
The professionalism levels. What's going on, man? Just having a chat.
That's it, man. That's it. I'm not too worried about Sadio for tomorrow night, to be honest. If I'm honest with you, it's Brighton. We should have enough in our ranks to cope. But going forward, if there's not been any word on his level of fitness, if he's trained or whatever, I'm slightly concerned for the City game. Obviously, you know, no disrespect to Brighton, but definitely the City game's the bigger game, isn't it? That's the game to worry about. Isn't it? But time will tell. We'll see. Brighton coming up. It's been an interesting couple of since the West Ham game was Sunday, wasn't it? So it was an interesting 24 hours in the transfer market. And can I just say, all hail King Michael Edwards. That guy could come into your house with presents for you and leave with your furniture, your TV, even your missus if he wanted to. He is a top negotiator, you know?
Do you know what? I think I'm actually starting to get tired of people doubting us when it comes to signing. I think it's almost like they want us to stress out. They want us to have a little bit of bag and to moan amongst each other with the fans and think that, you know, nothing's going to happen. They've done it to us again. You know what I mean? They've done it in the summer with Thiago and Jota. And now they brought in two centre-backs. Do
you think the centre-backs were always on the radar, or was it Matip being out for the season which forced their hand?
I think the Turkish guy, Kabak, was always on the radar because there was a lot of talk about him in the summer. As for signing two, I think it's a long-term plan, isn't it? Realistically, Matip, I think they all know he can't be relied upon for any sort of long-term position at the club. And then we've got to think about what sort of state Virgil and Gomez are going to come back in. And it's going to take a while for them to be hitting top form. So, realistically, I think it was actually always on the radar. It's just that there were always names that we weren't going to know. What you notice with all of our signings, generally speaking anyway, is we get all these names thrown around in the press and none of them are the ones we actually sign. We all get excited, we look them up on YouTube, we see their compilations and all that kind of shit. And then it's someone completely different, out of the water, and we're only known about it the day they're having their medical. So this Ben Davies guy, it probably was just an option. It was probably just an option. Probably wasn't first, second, third, or probably even fourth choice. But it was an option if someone who's desperate to come in and prove themselves. And so I'd imagine they had it in plans. We don't do things by chance. We're not like that anymore. So I'm just excited to see what they can bring, man.
Ben Davies is youngish, especially for a defender at 25, because defenders can, especially centre backs, they can go a little bit longer. So he's quite young. Potentially, he's part of a longer term plan, maybe. Do you know what I mean? To maybe be one of our top centre backs in, you know, say 3-4 seasons time, when Van Dijk's sort of hitting that limit for a footballer. Do you know what I mean? So you think Van Dijk's what? 20, is he 29 or 30?
29.
Yeah, he's 29. So you think he's probably got another 4 seasons in, at which time... No, if we think about it, at which time Davis will be about 30, which will be peak for him, really, if you think about it.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I'd say Van Dijk would be playing top level ball at Liverpool at 35. But what you're saying about Davis is true, and Klopp generally he improves players, doesn't he? So I think Klopp's probably excited seeing this shoe. He's a bit rough. He's a bit of an unknown quantity. Like he'll probably see him as a project and make him amazing. And this is what he does, isn't it? This is what he does. Kabak is different because he's been rated and people knew about him. But Ben Davis, it's a raw diamond that possibly could be something amazing, and it's a no-brainer, isn't it, for a couple of million?
I think the Kabak signing is the stopgap until next season, as he has that experience, that European pedigree, blah 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 blah. I think Ben Davis, there's a bit more to that signing, in my opinion, than just someone for now. Do you know what I mean? But time will tell. Time will tell. Before we started the preview show, I did think to myself, do any of the new centre backs feature tomorrow night? But you just reliably informed me that Klopp has said that neither of them are going to start.
Yeah, and I saw it in the presser earlier on. He did kind of say they're ready to go, but just that they won't start. So I'd imagine both of them would be on the bench, if not one of them anyway. I think it'd be a madness, to be fair. You're looking at, 1.5 days training, if that. You know, for Kabak, he's probably just landed in the country. But I would like one of them to start versus City, though. But again, next preview show.
Listen to the words, they won't start. Does that mean if everything is going well in the Brighton game, they could possibly feature?
You'd imagine so, innit? They need to wet their feet as soon as possible. As soon as possible. So even if that's a 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the end, to give Fabinho, if he's back, a little bit of a rest, or if it's to give Hendo a little bit of a rest, either way, I want to see one of them come on the pitch tomorrow night. Just to assimilate them to the club and just to get their feet in the door properly, because it's all rushed, it's all last minute. But the sooner they're integrated, the better.
Okay, so in terms of centre-backs, who would you go for against Brighton tomorrow?
Fuck me, who have we got?
That's a better question, isn't it?
I think, unfortunately, we ain't really got much choice. Henderson's probably going to play there again with Phillips. We haven't. We've got nothing else. So
I think that's the right right two to play, because I mean I haven't heard anything of Fabinho whether he's fit enough to play, but I think Henderson and Phillips works. I think because Brighton do carry that aerial threat, don't they? Do you know what I mean? So man like Lewis Duncan, that, you know what I mean? But I guess that's probably our only options to play at centre back. But obviously Reece Williams could probably come in, but no, I think the boy Phillips has got it, if I'm honest.
I think with Reece Williams, listening to Klopp's presser today, I think we're going to see him drop down to the 23s and actually get game time at his own age group. He's been rushed in. He's clearly not ready. So let him build his confidence and experience in the 23s. And I'm not saying get him away from the first team completely, because he's had a few good performances, and don't get me wrong, but I think we won't be seeing him for a while now, I don't think.
In terms of Brighton, have you seen anything about their team? Any key suspensions, injuries?
Not really, I'm expecting Lallana to come on and then come off again. I'm expecting them to start with 10 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, he got about 10 minutes at the weekend, yeah.
Yeah, he'll come on again, and then you never know what might happen with him. I'm expecting to see Welbeck start this game, because he didn't start the last game. Mope and Welbeck up front, I'd imagine.
You think so? What's the other kid who played against us? He started against us.
Oh, Connolly.
Is that his name? He was.
Yeah, Aaron Connolly. Yeah, quick, missed a couple of chances. I think he'll be on the bench to be brought on late if necessary to exploit the space and just use his pace a little bit later on in the game. But I expect Welbeck to start, man. But other than that, I don't think they've got any major injury concerns. They're going to be coming bouncing, man. They just beat Spurs.
They just beat Spurs, and by all means, from what I heard about the Brighton Spurs game, Brighton actually played well. As bad as Spurs were, Brighton actually played really well. So, yeah. I mean, they'll be difficult if they nick a goal first. They'll be difficult to break down, won't they? So we've got to make sure we're on our A game at the back.
I don't know. I think this game here, if we continually cross the ball in, we're going to look very, very basic, and they're going to be dealing with that quite easily. If we move the ball like we moved the ball in the second half against West Ham and actually play around them, we should be able to cut through them quite easily. No wild crosses, no continuous crosses from Trent. Actually picking people out, yes, but I want to see a lot more movement, just like the second half against West Ham, and I think we'll be fine, to be honest.
Okay, so if Mane is injured, do you go for the same team that started against West Ham, or is there any changes you'd make?
No, I think Firmino comes back in.
For
my guy Divock. I don't think Divok's going to have start. But I do think Shaq deserves to keep his place up top.
With that in mind, what shape would you go for then?
It's a tough one, because I don't really think Brighton's midfield is that strong for us to need to play a diamond. I think we can go 3-on-3 against them. It's only we've got Basuma. Who else have they got in there? I don't even know. I can't even think. But yeah, I think we go for a 4-3-3 again. Personally, with Winnie at the base and Thiago, and I would bring in Jones for this one.
Would you?
As the other 8. Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty. I suppose if he goes for a 4-3-3, he usually has 2 holding, Thiago and Winnie holding, Jones to express himself. Possibly. I really like the diamond, if I'm honest. I really like the diamond against West Ham. I think it worked really well. Only question mark over it is Thiago on the left or the right of the diamond. Possibly he's weak. He's the weaker link. Obviously, tracking back and his tackling is not the best. Other than that, I agree with you. I'd bring in Firmino for Divock, but I like the idea of Mo and Firmino playing as sort of two number 9s, if you like, with Shaq in behind. Yeah, so I hope we stick with the diamond. Stick with the diamond and take out Millie. Do you know what? I'd actually put Millie in.
I don't think Millie's going to start. He was brought off because he had a tight hamstring, innit? So he's not going to play again.
Yeah, then it's definitely got to be Jones, then, hasn't it? Ronaldo, Jones, Thiago, and Shaq for me. Then definitely, yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah, but time will tell. There's only just about 24 hours left before the game starts. You know what I mean? So people get watching, man. I hope those notifications are on, and you click that bell, and we're coming at you. But yeah, only thing left for me to ask you, bro, is score prediction, man.
Right, I'm back to specifics, right? Back to specifics.
Well, hold on. Before you get to specifics weren't working. Last week, you just went in with a scoreline, and do you know what I mean?
What, did I get it right, though?
Yeah, you did. Actually, did you get it right on here, or did you get it right in the WhatsApp group?
I think I got it right in the WhatsApp group, the 3-1, for the Spurs game. Alright, forget the specifics then. I'm going for 3-1 again, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, 3-1, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go 2-0.
Clean sheets are overrated, bro. I ain't even on it. I just want to score as many goals as possible. Don't care.
I think the way the defence is played over the last few games, I think they deserve a clean sheet, man. Do you know what I mean? But time will tell. But yeah, guys, like I said, do all that like, share and subscribing. We'll be coming at you again thick and fast because there'll be a podcast after the Brighton game. And also the Brighton game will be picking out a winner for the £100 night voucher. So make sure you're involved in that. Hit our Instagram up, Anfield_South1. Yeah, and we'll be back soon, man, with another pod, man. Until then, people, your boy Slim, Engineer Sam, we out.
We out, peeps.